Please welcome our Olympic and Paralympic medalists. Wow. Guys, I know the effort that you guys have put in to actually get to Paris and do your stuff and win your medals. The effort to put all of you in this one room on the same night. Now you're all big deals with the schedules that you have. So first of all, thank you so much for coming and seeing us tonight. Yep. Let's start with Rhys here. You came to see me in April on the show. Does this mean you're no longer my stunt double? Is that?
No, anytime. Anytime. You can call me up anytime.
Anytime. All good. When you were on the show, you were a man with a mission. How does it feel to come home, mission accomplished, and have that around your neck?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that you're definitely going to win a gold medal or become an Olympic champion, and that's something I've never actually done. What I did say is I wanted to go and win a gold medal. I wanted it so bad, more than anything in the world, and I'm glad it's happened.
But you did this amazing thing. Before you left home, you got a whiteboard in the house. And you wrote yourself a little message. What was that?
Yeah, so I think it said something along the lines of, proud of you, champ. Now go live your dream life.
There you go. So you wrote that down. What was it like walking back in with that, seeing that?
Yeah, well, it felt good because I wrote it with the intention of, even if I walked in there without a medal around my neck, that I would be happy, and I'm still the champ. I'm still the champion of the world. I'm still going to go and live my dream life, but it made it more sweet when it was the gold medal around my neck.
Okay. So look, I'm just going to be honest, okay? There's certain sports you can watch, and you can bluff, and you can pretend you know something about it, okay? My nerves were shot whenever you were in the final of the Pommel, but I hadn't a clue. Like, I genuinely hadn't a clue what was going on, whether it was going well or whether it wasn't. But there was the moment when you jumped down and almost before your feet touched the ground, did you know you'd done enough?
No, I didn't know I'd done enough. I knew it would be a very close pommel horse final, but what I did know was I'd done my job. I'd performed the routine like I'd been practicing hundreds of times before, and the fact that I'd done it on that stage in the most pressured situation possible, that's why that smile erupted on my face.
That was the relief.
Yeah, the relief.
I know that you're a big fan of Kelly Harrington, obviously double medalist, double gold medalist. Are you going to be taking a leaf out of her book? Are we going to be seeing you in LA, baby?
Of course, LA, baby.
Yeah.
That's what's next. That's what's next.
Yeah, very good. We've got to talk to Eve McCrystal. Of course, you were a pilot in the Paralympics. Yes. With Katie, George and Levy. It's amazing for you to be here. I know that Katie's ill tonight and she's gutted that she can't be here. But talk to us about the experience of, I know this was your final games with Katie, is that right?
It was, and it feels a bit weird not having Katie here beside me just to share this moment with her, because we are a team, we move as one. So yeah, so she would love to be here and she isn't, but we've the World Championships next week, so she needed to get fit and healthy. But the experience was just amazing. It was my last games, my third games. You go in and you want to kind of finish on a high. So to get the silver medal in the velodrome was just, it's still sinking in. And I think because we've the World Championships next week, my mind hasn't settled. So I'm still kind of going for that. But it was a phenomenal experience for both of us.
So we know that you medalled. We also know that Linda medalled with Katie as well. So they're going to be taking on the mantle, do you think, and moving forward?
Yeah, so they're phenomenal, the pair of them on the road, and moving forward, there's great things to come, and hopefully next week we'll have a world title coming back. No pressure, girls, if you're watching. But yeah, so I think 4 years is very long, so we'll just have to see where we are. I can't speak for Katie, but I'm sure LA is on the cards.
Okay, we've got to go to these two fine strapping lads at the end here. We got Dara Lynch and Philip Doyle. You guys with the bronze medals there. Dara, what was the most exciting thing, winning that bronze in the rowing or bringing Clonmel to a standstill whenever you got back?
I'd have to say it didn't really sink in until I actually came back to Clonmel.
I think we got a wee bit of footage here of
the
homecoming.
support. Yeah.
Just the odd one or two turned up for you.
Yeah, so the support in Clonmel was incredible. I didn't expect it at all. And just seeing so many familiar faces in the crowd, like the young kids were so excited to see me, so inspired too. And I went down to the schools then after, seeing them all so excited, I thought I'd pay a visit to the schools. And a few of the questions were, why didn't you win the gold? I don't think they were too impressed with the bronze.
Questions I didn't have tonight that I should be asking.
So I think obviously that's going to put a bit of pressure now on for the next 4 years. But we'll have to live up to that.
Philip, I didn't realise, but you guys had to borrow a boat. Is that right?
Yeah, we kept it quiet for a good long while, but for a week. There was tensions were growing in the camp because you're 4 weeks high pressure, training hard, eating, living, sleeping together. And we were joking with the coach, a storm's coming, a storm's coming. We went this metaphysical storm that wasn't, and then a storm actually woke us up at 5 o'clock. A tree smashed into the hotel, and we were rang the coach. We're get down, check them boats. Every single boat was fine except for ours and my training boat. So we were literally what are we going to do? So he had to hoof down 5 hours, drive down to the factory that makes them in Italy. Luckily, we were in Italy, put it on the trailer and drove it back up. And we nicknamed the new one Dudley because we were we've got a dud, we've got a dud. It's 2 weeks for the Olympics, we've got a dud. And then we did a couple of race pieces and we were 1.5 seconds faster than we'd ever been. And we were it's all right. So we calmed ourselves then after that.
I didn't realise this. I know that people might be interested in this, that you actually started out as an Abercrombie and Fitch model. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's me too.
Really? I thought I recognised you, funny enough.
So what's that journey been like then to go from that to this?
Hectic, to be honest. The guy who I did it with, there's only 2 in Ireland, so if any of your kids are at Dame Street, there's probably a picture of me in your fridge, but I find them all the time, you'd be surprised. But he was a rower for UCD, and he was geez man, you're pretty fit, you're pretty strong, you're pretty, we were training together down in Dublin. He's why don't you try rowing? And then we were partying a bit much, and then my mother was you need to channel your energy into competitive sport, so the two kind of just came together.
Yeah. I know, Dara, you're back at med school, and Philip, you're going back as a doctor
to work. Yeah.
We got Paul O'Donovan, who can't be here tonight. He's actually on shift down in Cork. So what is this with rowers and doctors? I mean, Finton, what's going on here? I mean, you just got a science degree. What's?
I know. Pathetic, really.
It's pathetic. We've got to talk to Orla here in the middle. Orla, I have to say, watching you in the Paralympics, basically, this is how you do it. This is how you suck every last bit of joy out of what you're doing. What was it like? I mean, I'm assuming the medal still has champagne on it.
Oh yes. It's been so exciting, and I suppose for all the athletes, getting to a games is such a journey in itself that sometimes you get so caught up in the journey in the moment that you kind of don't appreciate what you're in and when you're in it. So I think for me it was a really big priority to go in and feel happy, feel healthy, be confident in myself, but to just take every last inch of it, because ultimately that's what you do this for. And there are so many hard days in our sport, and it is so rare that you get those beautiful moments and those highs. Those are the moments that are on TV and everybody at home sees, but like they're so hard to come by.
But I mean, look, you gave us an amazing moment. I mean, like, look at that. Look at this for an entrance. You're about to come out and do your stuff, and this is how chilled you are. Look, there she is. Look, there you go. Boom, boom, shake the room. And I mean, you had quite a lot of friends out there cheering you on.
I had some amazing
Yeah,
friends.
I mean-
Thank you. Yeah, my friends and family were all so incredible. They just made it the moment that it was. Ultimately, it was so special to have them there and to have their energy, and it made me feel more excited, and it kind of gave into my kind of energy around the race, that I was like, they're all here, like they've all come out here, they've all put the time and effort in, like the least I can do is like show up and show out, because that's what they've been doing all day. So yeah, it was a huge honour to have them there.
Okay, we need to find out who had more fun. Was it
Yeah.
Orla or was it the mammy? So we've got Siobhan here, the mammy. We're going to just sneak in here. Sure, I'm only a wee slip of a thing. Just let me in there with me big fat bum. There we go. So we got Siobhan, we got Orla Comerford. What was it like for you guys out in Paris? Was the crack good?
Phenomenal. It was magical. It was pure madness, but it was great crack. There were about 70 of us there, and between the hats and the T-shirts and the absolute mayhem, it was one party from start to finish.
And was drink taken, Jer?
A little bit in the middle of the day, but then we relaxed. But then at the end of the night, yes, there certainly was drink taken in O'Sullivan's, yeah.
I mean, just look at this. This is just pride written right here. We have another woman here beside us. This is Una Doyle, Philip's mummy. We can see where he takes the model looks from. So
He wouldn't agree with that.
he wouldn't agree with that. Now, I know it's just been yourself and Philip for a wee while. I mean, you must just be absolutely over the moon for this man.
Yes, well, it was wonderful, and it's great that he's done so well, because he wanted it so much. You know, this was his dream, and he realised his dream, and that was great for him.
I know after he won, he was very good to the mammy. You had a wee treat, did you? What was the treat?
Oh yes, we went to Morocco.
We went to Morocco, just taken away there. There we go. And where did Orla take you? Okay.
We're waiting.
Orla's gone. No. That's the end of that. Okay, give it up for the proud mummies and daddies. There we go. Now, we got to talk a wee bit of swimming here. We got Roisin Ní Riain, first Paralympics. Double medalist at the Games. Roisin, how did that feel?
Yeah, it was such an unbelievable feeling. I think, you know, for me and probably for all of us here, we were so excited by being able to, for all the Paralympians, to be able to watch the Olympians go before us. So for me to be able to watch Daniel and Mona get the medals in the pool, and everyone here who got medals, I think that really inspired us and got us really, really excited for our turn to get going. So, you know, definitely by the time it came around, I was so excited. So I think, you know, to get out to race, and I just tried to take every bit of it in and enjoy every single time I got up behind the blocks. You know, I always try to get up behind the blocks with a smile on my face and to enjoy every single bit of racing. So that's what I tried to do, and, you know, absolutely delighted to be able to bring 2 medals home.
And I know, like Rhys here, this isn't the end. This is just part of the journey. You're planning to head to LA.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, just finishing this Games now, we'll get a little bit of downtime, but definitely excited to kind of get back in and start working again. It's a 4-year cycle, it's a little bit longer, but no, I'm absolutely, you know, this is definitely only the start of it. So I'm very excited to keep going and look forward to LA.
Brilliant. Last, but by no means least, we have the coolest man in the house here, the man who he's just never lost an Olympic final. Fintan McCarthy's in the house.
Touch wood.
So a win in the lightweight. We saw you after that. You were You were munching down on a wee bit of pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Is this a hint? Is this a hint
Yeah,
because
that's
the
probably-
lightweight categories disappeared?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what my life is going to look like from here on out. Getting the calories in, trying to bulk up. Yeah, obviously it was sad to see the lightweight division go. You know, it's been such a big part of our lives and a big part of our careers as well over the last however many years. But I think, yeah, it's time for a change. Hopefully we can put on a few pounds and maybe get a bit more power in the legs and see what happens.
Did I hear Paul talking maybe about trying to get the 4 of you guys in a boat? Is that something that might...
We've talked about it. Yeah, I think we decided there just before we came out we're probably going to give it a go. We need to get Paul to sign off, but we'll see.
Okay, so this is an exclusive. We're going to have yourself and Paul
Yeah, you heard it here first.
and Philip heading to LA. This is great news. Rhys, we might need you when you go to LA to do security for Fintan, because obviously when he goes to Hollywood, he's got a doppelganger. Obviously, look, there is... I think if we look at it there, as we look at that on the left, we have Matt Damon, and on the right we have Fintan. Are you ready for the future in the movies after all of this?
I mean, it's close enough to me, so... and we might be in LA anyway, so we'll see what happens.
It could all work out.
Yeah.
Well, look, best of luck to you all with your continued success. Thanks so much for coming in and seeing us. Give it up one more time for our Olympic and our Paralympic heroes.